Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Finally, you're back here listening to us, whether you like that podcast. My name is Adam, and I am one half of the You Like That podcast.
My name's Jack. I'm the other half of the You Like That podcast.
For what seems like an eternity, we are back. It's only been 1 week.
Has been, yeah, but it feels like
It
9
really,
years.
really fucking feels so much longer. Guys, we're finally back again, bringing you some more good, giving you another brand new movie review. This week we are looking at Spiral, ... from the Book of Saw, the latest installment into the Saw franchise.
Did you just say ... instead
I
of
said
colon? ...
I thought it was a bit more clever.
And
Could be wrong on that one, but
colon's like your bumhole, isn't it?
exactly right. I don't want to go to
That's why I say the
MA
word.
rated.
Yeah, that's why I say the word colon when I reference Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice.
yeah.
Because that movie is a big old bumhole.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly right.
Movies. We do a movie podcast. This is a podcast about movies. If you're just joining us,
Exactly right. We do 2 episodes a week.
well, it's mostly about movies.
Most of the time. You come to the question time and
Sometimes
it's definitely not about
It's
movies.
actually about bumholes.
Yeah, most of the time, more often than not. But yeah, we have 2 shows. So if you like us on the main show, hit us up on our midweek review on You Like That Extra.
Which is strictly movies.
Strictly just a movie review, something classic, something older, that a lot more people have seen, in which you, the viewers and listeners, get the choice of choosing what it is we do on that week.
Correct.
So on the next episode, we are doing Inglourious Bastards. Again, because we delayed that as well. So we just braked it all and just went, nah, back burner, here we go. So we'll do it on that one.
Yep.
But yeah, Spiral this week. We'll jump into the news like we like to do. Hit the review. We'll give you a spoiler-free rundown, and then we'll get to spoilers as well. This is one of those movies where it is left to a bit of a what could happen, who's the killer type thing. You may not want that spoiled right away. So we'll give you the brief rundown as a spoiler-free, what we thought of it, and then come to the spoiler zone. We'll announce that in due time so that you have plenty of time to either turn yourself off or turn us off. Either or. Works either way. Before we jump into the news for the week, though, guys, we are doing a giveaway as well. We just put up today, we're giving away one of our lovely, warm hoodies that we don't own ourselves. But we're going to give one away to one of you guys.
And if you're in Australia, fuck, do you need it now? It is freezing
Boy,
today.
is it cold. So to find that, links to our Facebook and Instagram, you'll find a post there. All you need to do is subscribe to us on YouTube, tag 2 of your friends, and share the post.
Done.
Easy as fuck. And a lot of people are already on board with it. A lot of you people want a hoodie. It's only going to go to one of you. So just keep sharing it around and maybe you'll get it. And maybe we might do another one. But yeah, all the links to that is down in our description. So get involved with that. That'll be drawn on the next main show. So Sunday, the 23rd of May. So with that, let's jump into some news. Because there's a little bit out that we haven't got to in the week that we were off. But mind you, nothing major really. So we'll start off where I like to start off, and it's always with a bit of Sonic news.
Yep.
Sonic 2 has officially finished filming.
Yep.
It is wrapped. It is done. It's going to head into its production stage now and editing and all that good stuff. And hopefully we get a little bit of a tease eventually soon too.
Yep. Well, they got to put 3 animated characters in there, don't they? So
That we know of.
That's
Could be
a
more.
bit of work.
Yeah. So that's always good. We like to see it.
Yep.
A bit of news coming from the Cinderella live action movie that is coming out that no one really knows about.
All once.
Exactly right. So Cinderella is a live action turn of it now. Was going to be coming to theaters, but apparently now Amazon Prime have the rights to it, and it's going to be going straight to Prime
Okay.
for whatever reason.
Sweet.
The big part of this is actually in terms of who is playing the fairy godmother,
Yeah.
who we should say the fairy godfather, as a gentleman named Billy Porter has been cast to play the fairy godmother. I am not aware of this guy at all. I think he's just more of like a fashion icon, bit of an actor.
Yeah.
He is African American. He's also gay.
Okay.
This is just one of those. Hey, we could have cast a random ass female.
Yeah, well, you got to do something different, I guess.
Yeah.
Cinderella. How many fucking times can you tell the story of Cinderella?
Exactly right. I'm all on board for it. That's sick. It's a new little thing
Yeah.
that
fuck yeah.
I
Sweet.
mean, no one really knows about this fucking
No,
live
no,
action
no.
movie
It'll
anyway.
just pop
But
up on Amazon one day.
yeah, exactly right. It's gonna be there.
We'll have a movie.
Yeah. Okay. Dave Bautista. A bit of news about Dave Bautista this week.
Sorry, he's been all over the fucking
He
place.
has been. So first little bit on Dave Bautista.
Oh, shut him up.
He came out to say that he turned down an appearance to be in the Fast and Furious franchise so that he could pitch a Gears of War adaptation to the studio instead.
Yep.
Good idea, bad idea? I mean, we haven't heard anything
Ever
really
since
on
the
the Gears.
first Gears of War trailer, everyone's like, well, this is getting a movie and it'll get it soon. It's been 16 years or something, so
Yeah.
they're going to do it eventually, I guess. Dave Bautista's a good Marcus Phoenix.
100%.
He's a big burly bloke, put a beard on him,
Yeah,
put a
yeah.
bandana on him.
Yeah, he fits the role 100%. But I mean,
But he's also a fan.
Yeah, exactly.
That's where the
He
story
has always
came
been a
from.
fan.
He's a big fan of the series.
is it for number 4 that he came and did a whole bunch of press and marketing for? And
Yeah.
Was a playable character in the multiplayer? I
know.
think he might have been.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you turn down Fast and Furious. I mean, it's a big payday, but
He's in Guardians of the Galaxy. He's
Yeah.
doing all right.
exactly right. And speaking of Guardians of the Galaxy 3 could be the last time we see him as Drax the Destroyer.
Yeah. It's probably a lot of work to be Drax the Destroyer.
It is. Obviously, it's his contractual obligations that this would be the last appearance he needs to make.
Yeah.
We do know that he's going to have an appearance in Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yeah.
And then Guardians being the big one. That's not him saying that they're going to kill off Drax.
No.
Could be a recast. His main thing is he's a little bit disappointed that they never delved into his origin in being this character of... You're called Drax the Destroyer, but in all the movies, he's just a comedy guy.
He's just a bumbling idiot. Yeah.
Yeah, he's just the funny one in the background that, yeah, he's sick with weapons and that, but ultimately,
Don't really do much.
you never got to see his backstory. So his hopes is that, maybe they explore it further along in the process, in a solo film, something else in Marvel, who knows. But we could be saying goodbye to Dave Bautista as Drax the Destroyer. Knives Out 2 has been adding a lot of a cast
Yep.
coming up. So they just added Catherine Hahn,
Yep.
our lovely woman Agatha Harkness from WandaVision. Ed Norton
Yep.
is coming involved. Dave Bautista, again, more Dave Bautista.
Yep.
And Janelle Monáe,
Antebellum.
Antebellum herself. So
Yep.
that's just fueling myself to want to watch this first one. As
first
I
Knives
said
Out's
the
so
other week, is that I
fucking
haven't
good,
seen
yeah.
it, and if this is the sort of casting they're getting for a sequel, I'm like, well, surely the first one's got to
Yeah,
be
well, the
fucking
first
nutty.
one's like that. Everyone who walks on screen, you're just like, holy shit,
Yeah,
it's them, so. And it's also just a really good movie on top of it. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm all for this.
yeah, fucking oath. So apparently there's an Orphan sequel coming out.
Orphan. Which one's Orphan?
Orphan was a little Russian girl that gets adopted and then tries to kill her
The
parents.
blue dress. The poster, she's in like a blue dress. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, she's playing like a
Came out a
11-year-old,
long
but
time ago,
she's
yeah.
like 16
Yeah.
or something. Well, we're getting a sequel to that. The director of it has said that it's going to be extremely violent and brutal. And of course, they're using the same chick and they have to digitally de-age her once again.
Okay.
I don't know why we need a second Orphan movie. It doesn't make sense. Like,
I don't
yeah,
remember the first one doing well.
I mean, it wasn't a terrible movie by any means, but it was different. But it wasn't. It didn't seem like something that warranted a sequel in any capacity. Well, at least not one that would succeed. At least
No.
you could get this sequel, and it could just be a hot pile of garbage straight to
Yeah,
DVD.
well, yeah. Now with the Blumhouse model, you can make anything you want as long as you call it a horror. So
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's happening. We got a trailer for the next and last installment of the Purge franchise, the Forever Purge.
yep.
This is the 5th and is going to be the last installment into this franchise. Something I don't think a lot of people expected to get that far.
You also got a TV series.
And it also got a TV series. How
Ask me how many Purge movies I've watched.
many Purge movies have you watched?
0.
I've seen the first 3.
Never seen one.
I've seen the first 3. They're not bad films.
I heard the concept. I was like, that's a really cool concept. And then never thought about it again.
The first one is a lot better in terms of because it's it's contained in more of a single setting.
That night, yeah.
The night is one house and they're trying to break in, and then after that it's all like, and now the rest of the city and what's happening here.
And it's also election day for some reason.
That was that next one. So the Forever Purge, which is going to showcase how some cities, their purge is not for one night only. It is more everlasting. So if you're a fan of that and you're keen on this one, who knows, it's just going to be a bunch of people in
Deaths,
Halloween
I
masks
guess.
and that,
Yeah,
and
it's just like a
just killing a
death
bunch of people.
compilation,
And
I don't know.
yeah, we'll get something from it.
Who knows?
Emily Blunt's also come out to deny any Fantastic Four rumors that have been circulating on her possible reappearance
Yeah.
in the movie. But she's blatantly stated, I don't like superhero films, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
She's like, I appreciate them, but for me, they're just not me.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
She also said Edge of Tomorrow 2 is too expensive to make.
Also said
cool.
Edge of Tomorrow
She's been
2.
around a lot too.
Yeah, she
She's
has.
got a movie coming out, I guess, so she's doing the rounds.
Yeah, yep. Quiet Place Part 2.
But yeah, everyone just wants John Krasinski as Reed Richards. They're married. She's blonde.
Yep.
I guess everyone just went, yeah, fine, put them together on screen.
Yeah, if it fits the bill, it fits the bill, man.
Works.
Yeah. It'll be a very easy gig if that's all casting people had to do.
Casting agents,
they're already married.
Easiest
That'll
payday
work.
of their fucking life.
Yeah. Suicide Squad's officially got an R rating.
Yeah, I read the headline. It was like, but not for what you expect. Did you write down what it's for?
I didn't write down what it's for.
Okay.
I didn't fully read into
Well,
it.
if it's
Sorry.
not for what I expect, just a graphic animal sex scene. That's what I'm going to guess. There's a big jellyfish in it. Starfish.
Yeah, but what's that gonna fuck? King Shark?
Maybe.
King Shark's gonna fuck.
Maybe that's how
someone for
Pete
sure.
Davidson dies.
Nah!
Just gets a big starfish.
He's not
tentacle up
getting
him.
that far into the movie.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
sorry.
true.
He's gonna make it out of the gates of the prison, and then he's just gonna fucking trip and fall on a rock and bust his head open.
Yeah, I don't care. I just don't care. I'll see it.
Fully fair.
I just don't care.
Yeah, no, it's fair. Seth Rogen's also announced that he will never work with James Franco again.
Yeah,
After
Brooke was
he,
just talking about that, and she said, this is... If you're still hanging on to being a fan of James Franco, this is like
Yeah.
the moment where you go, all right, it's probably true, because Seth Rogen is
If the Rogen
insanely
is
credible.
Yeah.
Like, he's just the sweetest man on the planet, so he wouldn't.
Rogen is on a different level, man. I just listened to him on Dax Shepard's podcast, and all they did was just talk about his fucking like pottery company, Houseplant, and all they do is just make shit for people who smoke weed.
Yeah.
Because his whole thing was, people who smoke weed don't get anything made for them. The only thing you see is like a tie-dye shirt or a fucking yin-yang symbol, stick it onto an ashtray.
Yeah.
And I looked at their like Instagram and that, he's made some fucking quality ideas in some of the stuff he's made.
Yeah.
Some of it is just really random, like house products. Whether he made like a little 7-inch vinyl player. It just looks really nice. And he's just like, just chuck on a little record and it's designed to play this type of whatever sound that comes from the turntables and other things like these little fucking boxes and then all the pottery that he makes for his ashtrays. I'm like, this dude is just going fuck movies now.
Yeah, well...
Just gonna go pottery class.
Yeah, he also broke the internet this week by posting a photo. He's playing Tommy Lee's manager.
Yeah.
Pam and Tommy Lee, so like, and he was like a incredibly cringy, like weedy white guy.
Yeah.
But most importantly, he shaved his beard.
He shaved his beard.
Nobody has ever seen Seth Rogen without a beard.
Not to that capacity.
Not to that capacity. Not with like shorts up to his past his belly button. He looks
oh
so
my
funny.
God. Everyone's just like, fucking who?
Yeah.
Who is this?
Yeah.
But yeah, so don't expect
Celebrities
James Franco
get that.
to come around anytime soon, especially with Rogan. And then last little one for the day, just to touch on, the Venom 2 trailer, which we finally got. So if you guys haven't seen, Jack did a reaction video to that.
Yep.
It was very good. A lot longer than I expected.
Well,
that's very
that's
proud.
just me.
I know, but I was very proud of you on that one. It was a great video to watch.
Yeah, it's an alarming trailer. It's that's the word I would use, is alarming.
Yeah, so we've obviously waited this long to get something. So obviously your reaction to the people who haven't seen it, you could probably guess what Jack's reaction was to it.
Yeah, it looks very similar to the first one. A lot of hidden CG and darkness. I still hold up some hope just because of Andy Serkis, just because of Woody Harrelson.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the Venom voice has gotten worse and like the humor's gotten worse. It's just like
subjective.
It's just the darkness that I'm worried about.
It's gonna be a lot of that.
The end is gonna be in a dark church. Like it's
it's gonna be a thing. I enjoyed what I saw. That's no surprise, obviously. But like if you can take give some credit to the team on this one, is that they've fixed that initial mistake of Woody Harrelson's hair.
Yeah.
So from the post-credit scene that we saw in the first Venom.
He had like a $2 shop clown wig on
Yeah.
to make him look deranged.
And
But he looks
everyone
more
was-
deranged with just a prisoner's haircut, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, so this
That's
one
all
they
they
went,
had to
okay, the clown afro was a bit too much. Let's just
Yeah.
give him a nice little
Yeah.
buzz it up. We're good.
But yeah, we see him, I don't know. Yeah, they try to kill him, but it's for some reason one of the symbiotes.
Yeah, Carnage is involved. Whether or not Carnage has been involved in Cletus Cassidy's incarceration for however long, since maybe the symbiotes came down in the first Venom,
Yeah.
and it found its way to Cletus. I guess we'll probably find that out.
Was he just a murderer, or was it Carnage?
Yeah.
Spoiler alert from the comics, he was just a murderer first. He was a...
There you go. He was just a flat-out murderer.
Yeah.
But you know, the little things in between, you know, like we also see the chick that's going to be playing Shriek.
Yeah.
Then there's also the lead of saying, what was his name? Patrick Mulligan. His character is possibly, most people have trying to confirm this, saying that he's going to be the host for Toxin, one of the other symbiotes.
I've heard people say Nightmare, maybe.
Possible Nightmare.
Nightmare's spooky one.
Really, what I'd love to see in these Venom movies is Null, the creator of all the symbiotes.
Yeah.
Like the demonic god. He looked like a fucking gangster. But we'll just fucking see, won't we?
Well, it's
We've
not,
had a look at it.
It's not too far away.
I'm banking it's going to be better than the first one anyway.
Okay. Maybe. I don't know.
I think with Circus it's going to fix a lot.
With Circus and with Venom already established, I
Yeah.
think it'll be a lot better.
Yeah. As said, trailers can sway you this way or this way.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe
Yeah,
it's just
you
not
see
a
what
good
you're going to
trailer.
see.
Yeah.
You get that. You get bad trailers. And
Yeah, of course.
you just kind of got to take them and go, don't let it sway you. Just keep out for the movie.
We are going to
and
see it. We are going to talk about it.
Yeah, you better believe we're going to be talking about that.
We'll see if we enjoy it.
Much like we're going to be talking about our main review. So, guys, we're going to jump in now to our review for Spiral. We're going to run through the quick little synopsis and a rundown of everyone involved. This will be the spoiler-free part of the review, so you can listen to this and get a quick little gauge into what we think about this movie and whether you want to go see it yourself. And then we'll jump into the spoiler zone. We'll let you know when that happens. Okay, so Spiral, ... from the Book of Saw. Released this year, 2021. Directed by Darren Lynn Bousman, who did direct Saw 2, 3, and 4. So he has come back from, which I think is the better part of the franchise of movies.
2 and 3 are good ones.
Yep. Written by Josh Stolberg and Peter Goldfinger. They are the guys that wrote Jigsaw.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So they've come in for this one. Obviously, Chris Rock had the idea for this film, and then he sort of polished over the script with them.
It's very Chris Rock.
Very, very much so.
Very.
So, runtime of 93 minutes. Much shorter than I was expecting.
Yeah.
I was expecting a little bit longer, maybe 10, 15 minutes more.
Yeah, what else can you... Yeah, okay.
We'll get into that. Budgeted $20 million. Reasonable.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah,
bad.
that's fine.
Box office, it's literally only just come out, so 3.7 mil. That's from advanced screening international audiences at the moment. Now, what we've been waiting on, the Rotten Tomatoes score. Currently sitting
I'm wincing.
39% on the
Ooh.
critics, 76% in the audience.
Here we go.
So there it is. I've got the rundown of all the other Saws to give a quick, comparison.
Okay.
This one's starring Chris Rock as the lead. You got Max Minghella, Marisol Nichols, Samuel L. Jackson as the mains you need to know about. A few other extras playing here and there, but they're the main that we're looking at.
No one you know.
No one. You'll know 3 out of those 4 that I just said. So a quick one just to compare to the previous Saw movies in their Rotten Tomatoes score. The first Saw, 50% critic, 84% audience. Number 2, 36%, 59%. The third one, 28%, 71%. The fourth one, 19%, 62%. 5, 13%, 52%. 6, 39%, 55%. Bit of an uprise.
Yeah.
7, 10%,
Yeah.
41%.
Yeah.
And Jigsaw, 33%, 89%.
Okay. Right.
So, in terms of the critic score, it's banking 3rd, 4th place in there.
Yeah.
audience is still racking up about third place.
Yeah.
That's where these franchises go, but
Yeah.
you look at that. That's a list
When you're
of...
eight
This is the
eight
ninth
movies.
installment here
Fucking hell,
into this
okay.
franchise. But when you look at 8 movies there, obviously, but the audience side of things, there's enough to gauge a continuation.
Yeah.
So, in saying all this, where I've been waiting on Jack, tell me a spoiler-free rundown. What did you think of Spiral from the Book of Saw?
What's interesting you bring that up, the audience score being so much higher, because this is a love letter to Saw, isn't it? This movie. It's for the Saw fans.
Yeah.
They're not trying to win new fans over, because this movie is exactly what it says on the tin, right?
Yeah.
The tin says, hey, this is a Saw movie. You're going to have it's going to look like a weird daytime TV movie. You're going to have cool traps, cool deaths, cool twists, cool mysteries. Like it's just weird overacting and like dialogue nobody would ever in real life say.
Yeah.
Much living up to the title of this podcast. I did like it. I don't think it's very good, but if I didn't watch 8 Saw movies in 2 days last year, I would have.
Yep.
I probably would have been like, "What the fuck did I just watch?"
Yeah.
Like, what is this? But knowing Darren Lynn Bousman, is that his name? Darren Lynn Bousman did 2, 3, and 4, and now just remembering what I saw 2 hours ago, I'm just like, yeah, of course, it's a Saw movie,
Yeah.
and that's a good thing because we like Saw movies,
Yes.
right? So, yeah, it's just fun, isn't it? It's a fun movie.
Yeah.
You go and see a horror movie and it's fun. This is a fun movie. I don't think it's very good, but I really enjoyed it. Sorry, that was a long way around.
That's fine, but I'm
That's
happy.
a long way around to the answer.
I'm still very happy to hear that.
My point is, this is for the fans.
Yeah.
And I think, you play a dangerous game with that because fans of anything can come to your family if you put one foot wrong. I don't think in terms of a fan service, not fan service, that's a dirty word, but like a movie pointed towards fans, I think Bousman's done a fucking good job.
Yeah.
Made a fun movie.
Yeah. So, I already put it everywhere out there. I fucking love this movie. I saw it again last night, the second time with Jacob. This was, I'd say, almost exactly what I was hoping for, but then maybe not as much in terms of what happened in it. But it's definitely reinvigorated my love for the franchise and where the future lies ahead after this.
Yeah.
I think they did so much right in how to make this movie its own, but serve in its universe.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, because I've been on Twitter since I saw it, seeing the divide between everyone, and it's a massive divide, and even the writers and Darren himself have all been like, I'll search for Spiral and I'll either see this was the shittest in the franchise or this was the best in the franchise.
There's no real middle ground.
It is so backwards and forwards. There's so much around it. And all it comes down to is, 1, are you a fan of the Saw franchise? 2, are you coming here just to see a new horror movie? 3, are you just on the fence about loving the Saw movies but being open to something new and completely different and being able to interpret and disconnect what you've already seen 8 movies prior?
Yeah.
And for me, I just brought the disconnect and just went, I know where this movie is going to be going, and it's not going to be following on the Saw part of things, because but
the formula is there.
The formula
it's
is
very much a Saw.
Yeah, the formula is the same, but the way that I've been explaining to everyone is
not the Jigsaw formula. I mean, the Saw making a Saw movie formula. That's what I mean.
Essentially, in a way. But the way I've been explaining it to people is the previous 8 Saw movies. It's been 3/4 of the movie is centered around traps, people having to go through these games and whatever else, and then there's a story happening in the background.
A very long running interconnected.
Yeah. But you're seeing a lot more of the torture porn aspect, the violence, the gruesome, the terrible deaths.
Because that's what sells tickets.
And that's what they went for in those movies. And this one, it's the other way around. You have minimal traps with not as much violence and gruesomeness that there is previously, and there's a story running in front of you.
Yeah.
So you're getting a story, and then in the background you're getting traps and all the bad stuff.
Solving the case, yeah.
Yeah. So they sort of, like, the formula's the same, but they've just flipped it to what they've been used to. And it's gone, let's focus more on a story to drive this plot, and just put the stuff that people have the bad notions about to go, but why are they, ripping out their toenails and fucking, it's all this and that, whatever else. That stuff is just hidden in the background. But I've also loved the simplicity of how they did these traps in this movie as well.
Yeah, but it does start, like, in order to get someone on board, especially a Saw fan, you have to start your movie the way this movie starts, because it's the most gruesome trap.
Yes, that is the straight Saw formula.
Yeah, exactly.
Is bring something big and huge straight away.
Yeah, it's like, it's apart from the new metal playing, it's all the jarring cuts and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, you just know that it's Saw straight away, and then it's the most gruesome trap. So that's how you get the bait in.
Yeah.
And you get people on board, and then you go, hey, there's a movie here as well.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
So he did the right thing putting that online before it came out, I reckon.
Yeah, it was a good idea to gauge it. It's the same as like what they did with Mortal Kombat, opening that scene with Bi-Han and Hanzo in their fight. But
I didn't watch it online before seeing this, so I got quite a visceral reaction from seeing this on the big screen for the first time.
Yeah, as you would, because it's into it.
It's a bad one.
But yes, so jumping away from just how we felt as like that as the franchise there, seeing Chris Rock in a movie like this, how's your thoughts?
He's given it a go. I don't think he's very convincing. He doesn't sell me as a cop being passionate about being a cop. I don't know. Yeah, like his first 10 minutes of dialogue is like, I'd never like Chris Rock's stand-up because it's all I hate my wife, I hate my kids. And then there's a very extended conversation at the start of this movie, which is I hate my wife, I hate my kids. I hate your wife because you have a wife.
Yeah.
Like he's just going on this tear. And it's like, okay, you got to remember most of this is Chris Rock's money. So he can do his little stand-up bits. Like he can have his gratuitous hero shots or whatever.
Yeah.
The de-aging is very funny. They just put a backwards hat on him. And I was like, surely that's got to be like just a joke or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It fucking worked, didn't it?
Did
Who knows? I don't know here.
Yeah, Chris Rock, he just doesn't sell me as an actor, I don't think. I think you're painfully aware it's Chris Rock.
Yeah. It's a hard disconnect, and disconnect's my word of the day for this review is what this is going to be. But because Chris Rock, everyone always knows him as a comedian.
Yeah.
He's a comedy guy. If he's in a movie, he's playing a funny character.
Yeah.
There's no real serious side to him. And in this, it was just, he really took the leap to try and do this as a big franchise and in a thriller, horror-esque.
It's a very big swing.
It's a big swing for the fences. And I mean, he hits it on a few scenes, but I mean, overall, it is a very hard to really feel something for him as a character.
It's sort of extremes because like we know him as the comedy guy screaming jokes and like being funny for being loud. And in this, he's at his best. Like there's a scene in the church later on where he's on the phone and he's clearly like quite panicked, and he just like yells.
Yeah.
And like you're like, oh shit, is he acting or was he just having like a bad day or something? Because it's really convincing.
Yeah.
But it is an extreme. That's him at a 10.
Yeah.
So I think he only operates well at a 10, maybe.
Yeah.
But he gives it a fucking red hot crack, and I really admire him for it.
Yeah.
And it does like when you're watching Saw 6 or Saw 5, because whatever. You're watching Saw 5 and you're just like, who the fuck are any of these people? Like these are all like daytime soap people. But when you're watching this, you're just like, oh, it's Chris Rock. Yeah, I know who this is. It's more of a... This sounds really insulting to the rest. I like the Saw movies. It's more of a movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a big screen.
No, I felt the same. It was one thing I said is...
actor like that.
Yeah, this movie felt like something that just could be put out into cinemas.
Standalone, yeah.
Regardless of a franchise being before it and that.
Yeah.
This is something that if it was brand new and hadn't been around before, You can just try this out in the cinema, and it's just one of those new thriller, psychological horror type films.
And because he hasn't been around for a little while, like that would sell it alone. Be like, oh, Chris Rock's back on a movie, in a movie. Sorry, but yeah, you got Samuel L. Jackson as well, just in case.
He's the backup. And
here's Nick Fury. He'll probably say fuck.
Yeah, they got him to say motherfucker.
Yeah,
and that was one of their big things, was being able to get Samuel L. Jackson in a Saw movie to say motherfucker.
Yeah.
And they got it.
And he does, yeah.
He says it.
That's not a spoiler. You can probably guess that.
Yeah, it was in there. What else spoiler free wise? In terms of the, let's say the gruesome aspect to this, the traps themselves, not fully into it, but the more or less the working dynamics of the traps and what happened to these people. You more on board with this type of what happened in these opposed to the previous's?
Yeah, they still feel a bit impossible. Which is like,
in terms of escape or the setup itself?
A bit of both, but mostly for this point from escape. Like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that was on purpose or not. Like, yeah, I can't spoil anything, but yeah, they feel like they can't get out, and it's just a bit weird. But yeah, the way they shoot them and stuff is very Saw, and it's they do make you go, how the fuck did someone think of this? Like, how did a writer think of this?
Well, that's exactly
not get thrown in prison.
My mum went and saw it today with a partner, and she said to me, she's just like, I really liked it, but who the fuck thinks of this shit?
Yeah, you know, it's funny. We were literally, your mum was here, we were here.
Oh, you fucking same.
And when I walked in, I was like, I swear to fucking God, that's Adam's mum. And I was just like, if we make eye contact, I'll say something, but if we don't, I'll just leave it and ask you later. There you go. We didn't make eye contact with your mum, but we saw her.
That was her. She was there. Hi, Mum. Yeah, so, I mean, I like the simplicity of these traps. I didn't feel they were too over the top.
They didn't go on too long or anything.
Didn't go on too long, so they didn't get a lot of screen time, which I also liked in that aspect. Because it is different to what we know.
Yeah.
And
it makes them a bit more effective, too.
Yeah.
Like, it makes like, we were fucking wincing in our seats at some of these. Like,
yeah. Because, I mean, some of the ones, like in all the previous movies, they go on for an extended period of time.
And like, it's supposed to build tension, but you lose tension because they just keep going.
Yeah.
But these ones, it's just like, oh no, this is like pretty horrific, and it's almost in real time. Like, yeah. So
because it is so much more quicker, and then you do just feel that sense of unease and going, that's really fucked up.
Yeah, it's like really frantic, and you're sitting there as the audience going, oh fuck, like how would I get out of this? You know?
Yeah,
like,
and then after that,
I would
it's over.
be panicking. Yeah.
You're done.
Yeah, no, it's just
opposed to the other ones where you just sat there feeling like, oh, I just don't feel good right now because it's still going and it's just getting progressively worse and worse, and you're like,
it's definitely
you lose the sense of the story as well.
Yeah, 100%.
This one it just really drives to that point of the story that we're getting.
Yeah.
But they definitely simplified a lot of them. I say
they just serve as anchor points for the next part of the investigation.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's about all we can say for the spoiler free.
Yeah, it's hard not to spoil. Yeah, it's really hard not to spoil.
I think we've given you plenty to go on there for your spoiler free.
If you like Saw, you will like it. If you don't like Saw, you might like it, but probably not.
Yeah. Shout outs before we get into the spoiler zone as well. I'm pretty sure my side of the audio is going to be fucked up because I've noticed it's skipping quite a bit, even though I did my test beforehand and it should have worked.
Sweet.
But
love that.
That's just what you have to deal with. So apologies for that.
Right, so
yeah, you're running a fucking $20 laptop and runs better than a $2,000 PC. Who'd have thought?
My laptop is unbelievably shit. Like I don't even know what it is. That's how shit it is.
Bro, your audio's never had a fucking issue.
Yeah,
that's the thing that sucks.
Yeah,
so sorry guys if the audio's going whack on this one. I really do apologize. Buy some shirts and then maybe we can buy better stuff.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, we're going to jump into the spoiler zone now on this one, guys. We're going to reveal to you the killer of this movie and where all these traps take place and what else happens in that we want to really dive into. So, you guys have 3, 2, 1. Do you want to play a game? No, you don't, because you should be turned off unless you want to hear the rest of this now. So,
it's not Jigsaw.
It's not Jigsaw. It was never going to be Jigsaw.
I had man.
You had a bit of an inkling to think it was?
Yeah, I was just like, they'll fucking do something.
Nah.
They'll bring it back somehow.
I, hand on heart, did not think we were going to get anything related with Tobin Bell coming back for anything, or even Dr. Gordon, anything like that.
Tobin Bell probably still got paid for this because that's his photo. There's one photo of him.
Yeah.
So he probably would have got $100 or something.
Yeah. Shut that one and a check in the mail.
Licensing.
That's how it all fucking works. So, yeah, no Jigsaw, nothing.
They do the Saw thing of really heavy-handedly leading you to believe it's one person, and then it's like, no, it's not.
Yeah.
And then they end it, it's just like, but everyone else still thinks it is. So the real killer can get away.
Yes. So, in terms of the killer, were you thrown off at all
I was, actually.
by the reveal?
Yeah. I was genuinely surprised.
So you didn't see it coming?
No, not at all.
Neither did I.
Yeah. They did a pretty good job.
Both my sisters, Andy, because he was at our first session as well with his partner Nat, them, Jacob, all straight away went, we fucking knew it was him straight away. And I've gone, I was kind of thrown off. I didn't really think it was him.
No, I was genuinely listening to this movie too, and I didn't pick up on that at all.
None at all.
Okay.
After watching the second time, I'm like, oh yeah, it's pretty obvious now. But in the first one, I was just like, no idea.
Yeah, I was genuinely surprised by that reaction. It's the young partner.
Yes, young rookie, William Schenk, who I really enjoyed in this.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
I think he was really good.
He gets a bit of swagger at the end, but he doesn't have a lot of time to use it.
Yeah.
Like, he's a bit of a stiff upper lip, just like stuffy little weedy cop guy.
Yeah.
At the beginning of it. And then at the end when he's like really reveling and, you know...
They're doing the Saw thing. They're
doing the Saw thing where he's talking about his designs.
Telling you how it was right in front of your face the whole time.
Yeah, and telling you like the next part of his plan, he's got a bit of a swagger and he's like having fun with it.
Which I really like, because I think it's very different to the disciples that we had that were working for Jigsaw himself in the originals.
Yeah.
Like when I think of like Hoffman, Amanda and all that, they're just not smart people. The smartest person of Jigsaw's disciples was Dr. Gordon.
And they didn't really have a reason for doing it at all.
Yeah.
Whereas Schenk does.
Yeah.
Like it's just like corrupt cops like...
Yeah, like, with like a similar philosophy to John
doing
Kramer.
Bad to do a greater good, sort of thing, you know?
Yeah.
Whereas John Kramer's just like, I'll teach them a lesson.
Yeah.
For some reason.
John had his philosophies.
Maybe they'll stop doing drugs.
Don't be a bad person and, really cherish your life. But Schenk is like, nah, just fuck crooked cops, man.
Yeah. To make an omelette, you have to break a few eggs.
Exactly right.
That's kind of, yeah.
And I'm pretty on board with the motive.
Yeah, it's a long way to go about it.
It's a long way to go about it, but, that's where it drives the difference in this being so different to the Saw movies.
Yeah.
It's...
And that's why it feels a bit more focused as well in that way, because it's like, it's a much more grounded in reality point, and it is a point, like,
Yeah.
It's just like, okay, yeah, I get his motive. He saw his dad die because of a crooked cop. He doesn't like crooked cops. Whatever. I almost said cops.
No surprise there.
Jumping at questions early. Yeah, but it's much more interesting than just, hey, don't do drugs.
Yeah. No, 100%. 100% is. And, if we just jump straight, look at the ending of this whole movie. So it obviously leaves itself to be a sequel after this.
Yeah, it does the Saw thing.
It does the Saw thing, but this one really does the Saw thing and go, no, there's definitely this is complete sequel fodder.
Yeah.
Because
it's almost like the end of 4 into 5. Yeah. Because that one is pretty much one movie.
Yeah, that one's jump to jump.
Yeah.
When the other ones are sort of like, it ends itself.
Yeah, but...
But, there's still more to come after that. But this is straight up, no, you know 100% there is more to come after this, because you've just got the reveal of who the killer is. He's now gotten away. And what happens to Chris Rock after this, who knows?
Exactly.
So, I'm still yet to, think about what could be to come after this. Because with the way that they ended it, it's sort of gone... Have they dug themselves or put themselves into a corner on this one here?
You know what I bet there'll be? More traps.
You reckon more traps?
It's a pretty safe bet, but I'm going to still place it. Still a bet. Even if I win 40 cents, it's still a win.
That's putting your money on the favourite right there. not paying much back, but hey, a win's a win.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I don't know. I guess Chris Rock will be like, "Hey, my dad didn't do it. I've got to prove his innocence, but I'll go a little mad doing it, and everyone will think I'm a murderer."
Yeah.
Or he'll do some murdering and be like, but I've got to catch the real murderer.
Yeah.
Even though I've murdered 40 people.
It's going to be interesting.
Like
it's going to be an interesting way to turn, because then it really is going to determine how much they stray from the path from the Saw franchise itself.
Yeah, they could run the risk of just doing another 8 of the same movie.
Because after this, I feel like you really move away from Saw itself, and you then are set on your own path.
Yeah.
Slight references back here and there where you can, sure.
Make it look like Saw, like put the filter on it.
Yeah.
Which they explain the filter in this one. They say it's a heat wave.
Yeah.
And I was just like, is that going to come into one of the traps or something? And it doesn't. No. It's just like, it looks hot.
Yeah. Very hot.
I was just like, yeah. I don't know. That line really stuck out to me. And I was just like, I guess it's explaining the filter. I guess. I don't know.
Fair.
Whatever.
Yeah, so it can go off on its own thing. The interesting thing mostly is Darren coming out in an interview after these being like, this isn't a sequel to Jigsaw in any sense. Spiral is its own thing, but that doesn't mean that Saw ceases to exist. There's still every possibility that there will be a Saw 9 to follow on as a sequel to Jigsaw, and Spiral does its own thing.
Yeah, right.
This isn't a sequel to those.
No.
This is the universe. This is its own path.
Yeah, right.
But if we're going to do a sequel to Jigsaw, that could happen. We'll do a sequel to Jigsaw, and that will be all Saw.
Yeah.
And then we'll get that.
Okay.
So possibilities that we'll still get more Saw movies.
I don't think that'll happen.
It's gonna depend on what happens with this.
Yeah.
This is going to be a big telling of what they then do.
Do people want Saw in 2021?
I do.
That's what this movie asks.
I do. I definitely do. But I want more of this as well.
Yeah, I would rather this.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it feels very familiar, but yeah, it's enough of its own thing to where I'm more interested in this than...
Yeah, because it feels like such a more relatable movie.
Yeah, I don't want to say it's more cohesive because the other movies are fine and cohesive. It's all one big story.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Like it's outlandish in a way, but
yeah, but it still ties into every other movie.
But it's not as mainstream.
No. Yeah, because there's nobody you know in them, and and you hear they're bad before they come out.
Yeah,
that's what happened with this one.
Yeah.
Is that fucking New York Post?
Oh, yeah.
Article.
Fucking shout out New York Post, you bunch of fucking posers.
Yeah. He was just like, people who like horror movies shouldn't be allowed near animals. So, okay.
And he's just like, well, that's kind of
people
rude.
who like UFC shouldn't be allowed near children then. Yeah. There you go.
Exactly right.
Fine, if we're saying dumb shit like that.
Yeah.
Fine.
Quote us. Send it to the Post. Fucking idiots.
Jesus Christ. If you're going to review a movie, make sure you like movies.
Yeah.
You know?
Fucking please.
I might dislike a lot of movies, but that's because I adore movies.
Exactly.
The cunt who wrote that is just like, I just like seeing my name on a page.
Yeah, and going, I said that.
And we're not even going to bother naming him because I didn't even bother looking up his name. No. It's not worth the fucking time.
I'm not giving them my click.
No.
God, I don't want them to see that I fucking clicked on their
shit
and gave them fucking
revenue.
revenue.
I don't know if this will do well. I suppose it will. It's a movie that it's out in movie theaters.
It's not. This isn't going to attract a mainstream audience. No. Is that's the straight up. That's the realness about it.
Especially with the disparity in the critic versus audience reviews. As you see, the audience reviews are so high, you're just going to be like, it's just fanboys or whatever. So
yeah.
New people won't. It'll be tough to get new people in.
Yeah, I mean, like you look at Mortal Kombat, same thing basically. It's not garnered itself a mainstream audience.
Yeah, people hate that movie.
It hit. It was HBO's most streamed movie since its release of HBO Max itself, and it didn't pull hundreds of millions in the box like Godzilla vs Kong did.
No.
But it's got its own section of people.
Yeah, it's got its own little world.
It just can't garner that new stuff because people look at it and go, that's just dumb.
It's like heavy metal or knitting, you know? This little world, it's for us.
Yeah.
You know, we're very happy in this little world. We don't care, like, Sure, if new people come in, welcome.
Come on in.
Watch out 2 episodes about the Saw franchise.
We'll catch up.
You know? That's a good starting point.
Yeah.
I think. But, we don't fucking care if you don't like it, you know?
Yeah.
We don't care if the outside world doesn't like it because it's not for them.
Yeah, exactly.
These movies are not for them.
No.
Right? Godzilla vs. Kong was not for me, therefore I didn't like it.
Yeah.
Right? That's the easiest way to explain it. I think this movie, if you know what Saw is, I think you'll enjoy it.
Yeah.
Even if you just know what Saw is.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much Spiral.
Yeah, that's pretty much the end of my point, really. It's a fine movie.
Yeah,
it's all right.
It is.
It's not bad.
It is. It's
a lot of fun.
It has a shock value that the Saw franchise has. It has its twists by the end of it. It leaves you with more to come afterwards. It's got shock. It's got somewhat semi-decent acting from some.
Yeah, none of the jump scares are earned. That was a bit disappointing for me. All the jump scares are a bit cheap. They do the thing a couple of times where it's like fake jump scare and then real jump scare.
Yeah.
And none of it's really interesting or earned. But that's not what these movies are about.
Not at all.
It's just an observation.
Not at all. So yeah, that's Spiral, guys. Jack somewhat liked it, so that should tell you a lot about the movie itself.
Yeah. I
really enjoyed it. I think it's a worthy movie to watch if you're anyone, really. It's just one of those random ass horror ones you can just go on a date to.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't eat beforehand, though, maybe.
Yeah, and thank God it was R as well.
Yeah.
Thank God. I keep saying this about R-rated movies, but thank God it was R.
Yeah. Apparently it took 11 attempts to get that R rating.
Fucking hell.
For the States, at least.
Yeah.
Over here is a bit easier. We don't
give a shit.
We just go, oh, you want R? There you go.
Unless it's a video game.
Yeah, it was a video game.
No.
Get the fuck out of here. All right, guys. So that's Spiral. Spiral's in cinemas everywhere that you can go and see it at. Check it out. And then if you want to, watch our review on the rest of the Saw franchise. There's 2 episodes on that up everywhere on our YouTube and our audio platforms. If you want to catch up on all that, and then come back to this one.
Around about 2.5 hours long too, so we go for it.
We give it a good crack because that's what we fucking do. And as we give good cracks, we come out and answer some questions that you guys like to send us. As always, guys, Instagram and Facebook will put out a lovely meme, a funny photo of sorts. Put a wonderful photo of John Kramer in a backwards baseball cap.
Yeah,
which is one of my favourite scenes from the whole franchise. Ask us whatever you want. We really don't give a shit. If you know this show, you realise how not safe for work this section is. So
I wouldn't mind a few about movies.
Now you want a few about movies. There's 67 episodes in, and now you want movie questions.
Yeah. I still like the sex ones, like, and all the fucking nonsense. What would you do if a shoe was a face or whatever? I'm fine with all that too, but I don't know. We asked for people to ask us for advice recently, and everyone was just like, "No,
yeah,
you are the 2 last people on earth."
I reckon you get some good advice from us if you ask the right question.
Yeah,
all right, next week you're gonna have to ask movie questions because now Jack's changed his mind. Well, now I feel like they're obliged; they have to. 3 movie questions at least. I'm just saying
it's one of the options on the table.
All right. Let's start with Facebook first. We'll go with our boy Andy. What's an artist that everyone hates but you actually love?
I don't know. None, I guess.
Me right now, Amy Shark.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
there you go. That just my reaction just there. You go. Your point.
Her new album came out and it is a fucking bop and a half. Don't know why. Started listening to it and gone, yeah. I dig this.
Okay, cool.
And she's really pretty.
I'm glad you gave it a try.
Yeah.
I'm really glad you gave it a
try. It's decent.
I give everything a try because I listen to Triple J at work. So, like, that's kind of me giving it a try.
Yeah.
You know, is hearing it at work.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I really don't know. If something's bad, I don't like it.
Pretty much. That's how you roll in it. If you could go on any reality TV show, what would it be?
I'd be awful at a Renault one, so it might be funny if I went on, like, and they'd be like, "Can you drill this screw in?" And I'd be like, "Fucking nut." I do not know what this device.
Yeah, right, mate. Where's the hammer?
I have never done a hard day's work in my life. Look at these soft, beautiful hands. You know, I've never
can confirm soft
touched a tool in my life.
Yep.
I would go mad in Big Brother, so I think that would be funny to watch.
That would be pretty funny.
Lose my fucking mind.
That
and
would be
I don't
hilarious
like
seeing you in there.
New people, so like I would just be
You got to
They would
share a
just
house
think
with
I'm a
all these
serial
random
killer.
people. Yeah, 100%.
So yeah,
And you'll somehow get to the top
Big
10.
Brother just for entertainment value of me losing my mind.
Storage Wars for me.
Yeah.
I fucking love Storage Wars. It's just the thrill of just buying a random locker and then just seeing what you get. And then,
I watched a lot of American Pickers too. Like I don't know what, like seeing people just find cool shit is fun.
It's amazing.
And then you go to an op shop and it's just like 30 King G high vis shirts, and you're like, oh, that's okay. I know why these exist. Like they're not for us, but
no, of course not. But I don't know. Outside of that, fuck. What else is reality? I don't really watch.
Bachelor, you're on a dating one.
I don't feel like that would bode well for anyone, really. I'd like to do Big Brother as well.
The Circle, would you be good on The Circle?
No, I don't know. See,
I'm not a good deceiver. I'm not a good liar.
Yeah, but I feel like it'd be fine for you because it's all social networking and not a lot of real life interaction.
You live on Twitter.
Exactly right.
Maybe.
I don't know if I'd do The Circle. It just seems just too boring. Like just being confined and just being by yourself with nothing.
Yeah, and if you're not interesting, then you're really fucked because you are just you.
Yeah, so it's a bit of a hard one, but Big Brother I would do as well. I'd like to compete in that and just be the one that people go, fucking look at that cunt's beard. What a fucking cooked dude. All right, sexiest video game character, male or female?
Nathan Drake in Uncharted 4 when he's all daddy.
Yeah.
He's full daddy mode, and I'm pretty into it.
Yeah, he's...
I'm a fan. I'm a fan of that.
Nathan Drake is a bit of a king there. I mean, obviously the new one going around is Lady Dimitrescu from Resident Evil.
Big booby vampire chick. Yeah.
Big booby booty bitch.
Yeah, I'm waiting for a PS5 if I can ever have one to play Resident Evil Village.
A what?
But I think, exactly. I think I'm just going to have to resign myself and just play it on PS4. We're never getting a PS5.
Fuck the PS5. It doesn't look that much better anyway. Yeah, I don't know. They're all pretty sexy. All right, let's jump to Instagram. We'll go with Brooke. Can I be in Conjuring 3? Because number 1 and number 2 are my favorites. Yeah, just fucking do it.
It's more of a question for the team behind the creation of that movie. We don't do casting.
Yeah, and it's already been filmed.
It's actually
done.
It's a very finished movie.
Yeah, so
so it would be difficult, but you can sway it, I guess, if your performance is good enough.
But I mean, if you want to come in on the review, sure, because you're probably going to be the only one that's going to like it out of us two here.
Yeah, that trailer ain't doing much for me.
Not a lot. Not a lot at all. Favorite book of all time?
I really like The Dirt, the Motley Crue story. It's written by all of them, and like they all just fucking hate each other. So like it's all just completely different tellings of the story.
Yeah, fair.
I only really ever read autobiographies and every Stephen King book.
I didn't read
really
anything.
Fucking like Carrie, and my favorite Stephen King book is Salem's Lot. So I guess that's just my favorite book, isn't it? Salem's Lot is really good.
I just never read any.
Yeah.
So for me, I'd go Guinness Book of World Records 2006.
Yeah. Every year they'd put the world's biggest spider in it in like the big 2-fold page. And it's just like, fuck these books.
Yeah, no.
Absolutely fuck these books. I don't want to open a page to
every year, every Christmas, it was always the jam to get the new Guinness World Records book.
Yeah, that was just kind of the early 2000s thing.
It was the thing. But in saying that, I did just buy Seth Rogen's book. He just released a book.
Oh, sweet.
And it's literally just stories. His own stories.
Great. That sounds really
retold from movies and meetings that he's had.
Yeah.
The pages that I've flipped through, I saw one that was them talking to Nick Cage about the Green Hornet.
Yeah, right.
And asking if James Franco stole his Caribbean look from Spring Breakers.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, this is going to be fucking fun to read. So I'm very excited to read that book.
Fuck, that sounds right up my
Looks
alley.
gorgeous, and it's just one of those ones where it's like, it's because it's not a novel. It's literally just Seth Rogen just being Seth Rogen, but in book format.
Yeah, right. Yeah, sweet.
Can't go wrong.
That sounds like a bit of me.
Favorite shop?
Favorite shop?
Yeah, I'm guessing any. Let's go retail.
I don't know. I buy everything online.
What's your favorite online shop then?
I don't know. I buy from bands directly. and I guess the PlayStation Store because I just buy my games online.
Okay. JB Hi-Fi, obviously,
Yeah.
for obvious reasons.
Got a very good cheap TV there.
Yeah.
Still going strong. It's
We
good,
just got a
great TV.
$200 Robo Vacuum,
Oh yeah.
and it is fucking brilliant.
Yeah, right.
For $200, you just set him on, and he just goes. Off he goes.
I'm a big
Goes
K-
back to
I
his
know,
charging
I know
dock.
it's an internet meme, but I do really like Kmart because you can get these microphones, and you can also like when I moved out, I did a Kmart trip and it was $89, and it was everything I needed for a house. You know what I mean? Like
Kmart, man, sponsor the pod.
Kmart
Give
is
a shout
it. Kmart is it.
Favorite candle scent?
I like artificial watermelon, like you know that really sweet
So just
watermelon-y
watermelon?
smell. Yeah,
It's like all watermelon scents.
yeah, yeah. I'm
Just
just
watermelon.
Yeah, just watermelon. But it's always salted caramel. I just restock salted caramel candles all the
I
time.
can't do the salted caramel
I
smells.
love it. It just makes me
I
hungry.
love salted caramel like as a flavor,
Yeah,
but as an actual scent, I can't do it.
really.
It just has it's just overpowering for me.
Jessica, shout out Jessica, gave me this caramel candle,
Yeah.
and it's tiny. It's like this big, but it is so powerfully strong, and it's fucking sick. It's about to run out, so I'm really sad.
Yeah. No, I
Jessica,
love.
tell me where you got that so I can get another one, please.
But I love anything fruity and sweet.
Yeah,
Japanese honeysuckle is a really fucking nice one.
yeah.
But anything that's very like sweet on the nose and just really makes you feel good.
I
Fuck,
always
good
have
sense.
candles going.
Yeah.
Always. And your house is very similar. There's just always a candle
Yeah,
going.
Brooke's always got something going
Yeah.
fucking
It's
somewhere.
just, I don't know, it's just nice.
Yeah,
It's just nice.
yeah. What is your favorite pizza?
Oh, I literally had this conversation last night. I like a capricosa, ham, olives, mushroom.
Fair.
That's it. I'm very simple. Like too much is too much. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So like, yeah, ham and mushroom or chuck some olives on.
Mm.
I'm about that.
I'm,
I don't eat a lot of pizza.
I'm just a straight meat lovers guy.
Yeah.
All the meat, the better. Domino's with a cheesy crust.
Crust do a really good chicken and bacon.
Yeah,
There's like
crust make a really good meat lovers.
red onion.
They
Yeah.
kill it, but yeah, it's always going to be a meat lovers straight up. I did have a hit where I was just getting just straight cheese. It's just from the Domino's $5 range.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
It's really so simple, and because I get the cheese with the cheesy crust.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm so sorry. This
Holy
is so
fuck.
good. It is just really good. All right, Chelsea. What trap would you absolutely not want to be put in?
Oh, jeez. Anything...
They're all pretty
They're all
fucked.
terrible. I'm extremely claustrophobic, so anything claustrophobic, like just like you can't move in, but you have to still somehow get out of, or anything eyes. I don't do eyes.
Anything teeth related,
Ah,
like from which one was it? The fifth or the sixth?
yeah, yes.
We asked some fucking man with the numbers etched on his fucking teeth. Oh my god.
All right, quick,
None of that.
quick jump back into spoilers for Spiral. 3, 2, 1. We're
Yeah.
in the spoiler zone for Spiral. You're about to hear a Spiral spoiler.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, because we're in questions. You might have skipped to the questions.
Exactly.
Sorry. Yeah. Good work.
The fingers. Ugh.
Yeah, that was-
Pulls
oh
his
my
fingers
God.
off. I don't like that.
Oh,
I felt that. Yeah. Oh, see, the whole time, like we were watching that scene, I was just going, they're still here. They're still here. They're still here. Yeah, it's an awful.
I can feel them pulling off.
Yeah, because it wouldn't kill you.
No,
It's
it
just
would
like,
fucking hurt.
oh, yeah, none of
Yeah,
that, thanks.
for that, Jack.
None of that, thanks.
Yeah, so no fingers and no teeth in any of the fucking traps. Thank you. Favorite Jigsaw disciple?
The girl from Becca in the first 3,
Amanda.
Yeah, she was the most like believable.
Nah, Dr. Gordon.
Yeah,
That's
fair.
the smartest.
yeah. He showed up for 3 minutes in the last one.
He showed up exactly where he needed to show up.
True.
That's all he needed. Good guy.
Yeah, but like Amanda was just like, she just like killing people, didn't she?
Yeah, she was just a
She
junkie
didn't really
with a
have
monkey.
much, yeah.
Just a junkie with a monkey. Okay, let's go with Alyssa now. Nice and easy. What's your favorite type of doggy?
Mine, Frank. He's a moodle.
Little Frank.
Maltese poodle.
Yeah, he's a bit of a fuckwit,
And he
but
sucks
he's
and he
cute as fuck.
smells horrible. but he's mine, so he's my favorite.
Yeah, Dachshunds for me.
Yeah.
A little sausage. They're just
Mate.
they're just so cute. They're just brilliant. I've recently seen on TikTok so many like fat, slow ones that
walking at their own pace. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're just.
Mine's been that as well.
I'm just like, what is this happening? I love this so fucking much.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, 100% get a sausage dog.
Yeah. What animal or person could you kill with a hammer to get out of a saw trap and not her? So you can't choose Alyssa.
I wouldn't have said Alyssa. It's fucked up.
Just in case. Just wants to make sure.
I couldn't. Jeez, I couldn't. I don't know what I could kill with a hammer.
Well, I'd definitely kill an animal over a human.
Yeah.
Well, there's some bad humans out there, but
yeah.
I think that's the point.
I guess like a rodent of some sort. I'm not swinging very big for the fences. I guess I could kill a rat with a hammer if it wasn't moving too fast, because a rat would absolutely outsmart me. I'm not smarter than a rat. I'm not smarter than most things. But yeah, my answer will be rat.
True.
Hopefully I could just get a good strike.
They're fast, but
yeah, I know.
you really got to put a good swing in there, and he could just turn and just fucking just come straight for you.
Don't remind me.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's a bird of some sort, but you like birds, don't you?
Yeah.
You're quite attached to birds.
Cat?
I don't like the cat we live with, so you can have her.
Yeah, done. Soz cat. You're coming down. You... Hang on. Sorry, I said it because I know there were some fun ones in here. I'll do this one first. Would you rather have 15 fingers total or feet with only big toes? A big, thicky boy toe.
So I'm guessing she means like just your foot is just one toe.
No, feet with only big toes. So all your toes are big toes.
All
All of your toes are big
horrible.
toes.
But I guess you could hide that more. You'd have to buy big
15 fingers.
15 fingers on each hand.
So we've got 10 now, so you just need 2.5 on each one.
Oh, 15 fingers total. Is that what she said?
Yeah. 15
so an
fingers
extra
total.
2.5. That's not too bad.
Yeah.
It might come in handy when you're carrying shit. I don't know.
I think I'd probably go the fingers.
Bags. Yeah.
Because thick boy, big toes, for all of them, fuck, come on, think about the shoes, man.
Fucked. Yeah, you would just be like all over the place.
They surely just won't be comfortable at all in any scenario. Walking would be an issue.
Yeah, it'd be a problem. Yeah, alright, I'll go fingers as well.
Yeah, fingers it is.
You type so fast.
You would. Since Jack loves cum, would you rather be covered in Hulk's green load? Would you rather be covered in Hulk's green load or Spider-Man's webby load?
I don't love cum. I just pointed out the fact that we often talk about it.
Yes.
How I've been tarred with this brush.
Hey, that's how it is. You made the reference that I hate women, now you love cum.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, geez, the Hulk's load would be quite something, wouldn't it? That'd be a lot to take on.
It'd be a lot to take on.
Yeah.
But Spider-Man's webby load, stickier than usual.
It'd be really sticky.
If it even come off at all.
Yeah.
I mean, myself, I'm very hairy, so
it's a problem.
I know that's going to be a big issue.
Big problem with.
And hey, semen. If Hulk has a little bit of radiation, sure, I'll cop a bit of radiation.
Yeah, he might get some powers.
Exactly right.
Yeah, I don't want to deal with the mess of Spider-Man. Spider-Man's my favorite comic book hero, though, so I think just to meet him, I would just have to do it. It's another Bob Odenkirk situation, isn't it? Yeah, I'm going to stick with Spider-Man. Literally stick with Spider-Man.
I'll go with the Hulk. All right, last one.
I don't love cum.
It's all right, it's too late, but it's already happened.
I can feel it happening. I can feel it brewing in your head.
All right, the last one. You both wake up, saw trap stuck on a spinning wheel, 69ing. It goes faster and faster until you both come. In what order do you cry, come, or spew, and how long would the whole thing take?
I would 600% spew first, because I get motion sickness standing up out of a chair. Like, I am the most motion sick person in the world.
Yep.
So I would absolutely spew first. I would be crying while I'm spewing. So it's probably cry, spew, and then I would just force myself to come to get it over with. Like, I would just picture, whatever I could to get it done.
I'd come first.
That feels like a threat. I'm gonna be honest.
I'd come first, and then I'd spew, preferably after you've come,
Hopefully.
and then I'll cry about it.
Yeah. There'll be a lot of crying afterwards.
Be a lot of crying, not a lot of hugging and consoling.
No, the show will be over. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind that would end the show.
Yeah, if there's any serial killers out there that want this show gone, you know what you got to do. Fuck.
We're not crooked cops, but we do a podcast.
Yeah.
That might be enough for one person.
Fucking might be enough. All right, that's the questions done.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for sending all those in. We always love to see them. As Jack said, next week, more movie ones, please.
Sure.
Less come.
They don't have to just be movie ones.
Yeah.
Sprinkle them in.
Sprinkle them in there. We'll see on that one. But guys, thank you very much for listening to the show, listening to our review of Spiral, sending in your questions, interacting as you always do, ordering the merch, which you can find at youlikethatpodcast.store. Pick yourself up a nice warm hoodie, or go in the competition to win yourself a free one. As we said earlier in the episode, Facebook, Instagram, go over to that post, tag your friends, subscribe to the channel, and share that post. And you could win one. And you'll be nice and warm like we are right now.
Yeah.
So, in saying that, guys, thank you very much for listening. Do all that good stuff. Share us around. Tell your mum, tell your dad. Subscribe to our channel. Log into their account. Just subscribe for them.
Yeah.
They don't need to know, just as long as you do it.
Yeah.
And we'll be happy. So, with that said, guys, thank you very much for listening. My name is Adam, and I've been one half of You Like That podcast.
My name is Jack. I've been the other half of the You Like That podcast.
And we'll see you all next week.
Bye.